Hey guys, it's Wintervin, and today I'm going to be starting a new series called Getting Out of Silver CSGO. Or I'm not sure what I'm going to name it, maybe Strays from Silver or something. But so, these videos aren't about me. These videos are more about the players that I play against and with. And the amount of poor gameplay that I see in Silver, and the problems I see among the players, among the community, like, not just with me or my team, overall in general, problems I see with Silver and CSGO matchmaking. So we're going to start off by spectating the highest player here, Gut Knife Cancer. As you can see, he's able to land some shots, he's standing in a good position. Yeah, he gets killed, but it wasn't really entirely his fault. Now let's look at what Kevin James is doing. Kevin James does not push. Kevin James does the right thing. He sits in one place. And we're going to fast forward this part here. Now this part over here is important. Enemy teammate, Gut Knife Cancer, while he was one of the best players on this team, he plants and then he runs over to somewhere where he would not be able to shoot. Not be able to even see. And if he did, he would get a very poor angle on it. Someone could just go from behind the bomb and defuse it at an angle where he wouldn't be able to see. And then so the CT goes in there to get the kill and he defuses. If you're gonna plant, then you should stay on the site. Especially in Inferno. Especially in Inferno. Now, you're not going to see much gameplay from me in the series because it's not about me. But I will talk about my experience too. So as you can see, he's pushing up again. This time with a teammate, which is good. But his teammate bailed on him until the last second where he just runs out and gets shot. Bill Cosby over here had an auto sniper, and all three of them, instead of waiting until like one of them got killed or two of them got killed, all three of them rushed on a known spot. Now Soda over here, Soft and Cold Drinks, we're gonna call him Soda, makes a very bad move. His teammate is rushing. His second teammate rushes out. He sits in one place despite having the Tech 9, which is a good run and gun weapon. I don't encourage running and gunning, but it was a good run and gun weapon, and at the last second, he had jumped out and just got himself killed when he knew that there was someone on that position who would be shooting. Now, this isn't the last time they make this mistake on Banana. However, now I want to talk about a more serious topic in the game. After doing some research on the CSGO matchmaking and ELO system, I have reached a couple things, but first I'm going to summarize what I have learned. CSGO matchmaking and ELO system is not really based off of your ELO score. CSGO matchmaking is based off of your rank. Now, I'm not going to cover the reasons why CSGO ranking is broken, okay, because I'll save that topic for another video or for later. Right now I want to talk about the problem with matchmaking, not the ranks. Matchmaking is rank based. It's not ELO based, it's not team based. Players with larger teams, okay, let's say a team of 5, which is something I have done in different games before and I have won multiple times with them, but a team of 5 could go up against 5 randoms, which for one already makes it very hard for those randoms. Instead of putting teams up against each other, which would be the more reasonable thing to do, it's just an entire team of people versus 5 randoms, which makes it hard for the randoms because this team knows each other, they're coordinated, they know what they're doing. But the randoms, they likely don't know each other, they don't know each other's playing styles. It just makes it generally harder for them. Now, On to the second problem. CSGO matchmaking is based entirely on rank. No elo score involved whatsoever. So if someone who is on the edge of getting out of silver, okay, like getting out of, I don't know, silver elite to silver master elite, goes up against someone whose rank is about the same, but he's in a team with gold novas. Now I've seen this happen even in solo queue. I had no gold novas on my team. I was a silver elite going up against gold novas. Okay. Now you might be saying, but isn't that's not rank based though? That seems to be elo based. Well, it's not, because the reason being is that there was a bunch of other people on their team who were all silver elites. And now, so the problem here is that we only have a couple players' ranks being factored into this, not the entire team's. Now, if the entire team's rank was factored into this would be less of a problem. But occasionally, you do see evenly matched teams, and this is just a rare occurrence. Mostly what happens is you either get one troll or something like that. Now, Zero, as you can see in this game, is the troll. Why I think that elo scores should be factored into matchmaking is because trolls and the bad players will be factored out. Now, it doesn't matter if you like ranked into, I don't know, global elite by getting carried by your friends. You would still be going up against silver ones if your skill level wasn't that high, because you have very low relative elo score. That would not make much sense, but if it was based more on scores rather than ranks, the game would be a lot more evenly matched. A huge problem in this game is that people who are Smurfs are getting very, very high elo scores, and then people who are not Smurfs are getting very low elo scores, but they're both still in the same rank. That's one of the massive problems in this game, and I feel that it would filter out a lot of Smurfs from this game. But so, now I've already talked about a serious topic, but the next topic is the more important one. Bad players. We're going to talk about what players can do to play better and why some players are very, very bad at this game. And I'm not talking about people of low skill level. I'm talking about the people who are toxic. Yes. Now, there are people who are high skill level, carry the team, and then yell at everyone when they do very little wrong. I'm not going to name any names, but there was one guy named Nissan on my team a couple games ago. Now, Nissan is just an alias for him. His name is similar, but I'm not going to name the full name because I don't want people to find him or something. But so Nissan wasn't very stellar at this game. Nissan got about the same amount of kills and deaths as I did, but every single time I did one thing wrong, Nissan would freak out. Nissan would call me a retard. Nissan would go crazy. And he would not just do this for me. He would do this for everyone. In another game I was playing with a friend who was higher ranked than me, there was a silver elite who was at the top of the list. He was top fragger, okay? But everyone else on that team was gold nova 3, and they were bottom fraggers, or lower fragging than him. But this guy was just constantly angry. He was calling everyone retards. Anything anyone did wrong was automatically like, you're a retard, what the hell are you doing? Screw you, you're ruining the game. And so, every time we had such a player who was just destroying the morale on our team, we would lose. But that's enough about this topic. Back to the game. Okay, so here we go. The 4 rounds are over. The game is half over because they surrendered later in the game. Soda buys a scout again instead of buying an SMG. He just rushes out with the sniper rifle and then stops in one place. Okay, now that shot was not his fault, okay? but it would have been a better idea to go to mid. Missing that shot was not his fault, but what he does next is his fault. And it is one of the stupidest tactics I have ever seen. Instead of crouching and shooting through that car, not only does he just rush out and get killed, but instead of doing a call out for the other 2 players that were left on his team before he got killed, he just sits there and just waits and does nothing. Now, he could have retreated and gone and sniped on mid. Okay, he had already seen that there was multiple people down there, okay, and that they were shooting him. But he had decided to just still rush out, even with low health. With a scout. I don't think I need to explain why that's a dumb idea. He buys the scout again, does the same exact tactic. Rushes, does not stop, gets killed. He has failed on banana 3 times this game, and they've all been in similar ways. Bad rushing technique. Now the rest of this game does not get that interesting except for the wins that we have. Really discoordinated gameplay. Gut Knife Cancer is the only one who's actually playing like a normal person. And even then, Gut Knife Cancer is one of those bad players that I was talking about earlier. Gut Knife Cancer just flat out quits on the 7th round. Right now his technique is good. He's jumping, going into apartment, okay, and he gets a kill. Okay, he died. It wasn't necessarily his fault. This last player, MLG Senpai, is the 2nd top fragger. He executes some good technique, but he still ends up getting killed. Along with Blue Fire, who was able to kill me, pick up my op, which is not necessarily a good idea depending on where he wants to go. And in this case, it could have been used correctly, but it wasn't. Watch MLG Senpai, what he does now. He knows there are enemies down there. MLG Senpai knows that there are enemies down there. And MLG Senpai, instead of stopping, he just rushes in. He had a scoped gun. He could have scoped in and waited them out. But he rushed and he got killed. Now, this is where Gut Knife Cancer quits the game and leaves. They surrender and the game's over. But I want you guys to take lessons from what was done wrong and all the bad technique that is presented in this game. Don't do what you see here. This has been Terrain, and goodbye.